Communication is free, but you guys, and welcome back to my channel, y'all. We get into the details on this channel. The first thing we do is pray. We say a prayer, and I'm gonna insert the prayer here, so we can rebuke any bad energy, any bad vibes, anything that is affecting you throughout the day, and just to tell you who I am and why I'm here. Now that we rebuked all bad energies, let's get into it, guys. Today we are discussing communication. We have our Bible, and we will typically have our dictionary. However, I wrote down all the necessities that we'll be needing to discuss today. I'm also going to do some new things by inserting the dictionary version of whatever I'm discussing, okay? So you guys know that I was reading Ecclesiastes, right? So I'm done reading Ecclesiastes, and I just want to discuss a little bit about what I learned from Ecclesiastes. The entire Ecclesiastes is discussing communication, and if you don't pay attention, you will miss it. Solomon mentions multiple times in Ecclesiastes the importance of wisdom, and in chapter 7 verse 12, I'm going to insert the verse here on the screen so you can follow along with me. Chapter 7 verse 12 say, "For wisdom is a defense as money is a defense. But the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to those who have it." That right there, okay, let that sit. We're going to turn the page, and we're going to go to chapter 9, where in verse 18, which says, "Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good." Chapter 10, it says, "So does a little folly to one respected for wisdom and honor." It reiterates how important wisdom is. As I begin to read more into the Bible verses, I begin to realize that Solomon was teaching us through communication, teaching us the valuable lessons that he learned with the wisdom that he acquired through God. So what is communication? Imparting or exchanging of information or news. Sending or receiving information such as phone lines, computers, books, etc. A process by which information is exchanged, symbols, signs, and behavior, and also a process of decoding and encoding. So in other words, communication, we know, can come in all forms, right? So the process of decoding and encoding. So when someone is expressing something to you, how are they expressing it to you? Is it through body language? Is it verbal? Is it nonverbal? What is their behaviors? What signs are they giving you to enhance the conversation or to end the conversation? The communication that God used to speak with us on a daily basis is the Bible, right? One of the examples was sending and receiving information such as phone lines, computers, books, etc. The Bible sends communication to us directly from God. Utilize the information that's in the Bible and reflect back to your life and how it will impact you in ways to learn more about yourself. There's a lot of stories in the Bible that we can relate to that will really make our current life make sense. For instance, Ecclesiastes, when I'm reading about Solomon's story, and he had over 700 wives, he had servants, male and female, he had everything you can think of, and he really lived a modern lifestyle. He had pools, he knew celebrities, he knew all of the princesses and the princess. He was well known, and we can correlate him to someone today who is well known. That was Solomon, well known, handsome, and had everything you can think of. And I like to think that when he started to describing his life journey was when he was at the end of his life, when he started to look over what he learned and what he would have changed if he knew better sooner. And a lot of us could kind of relate to that, you know. I feel like one day I want to do and I'm going off topic real fast. One day I would love to do a documentary on people who are on their last days, who inquired everything in life and what they would have done differently. And I remember Steve Jobs did it. Someone did an interview on Steve Jobs in his final days, and some of the things that he had said was to, you know, live life, enjoy life. Life is short, you know. Monetary things, physical things are not as important as just family and love and being around good people and good energy. And I feel like that is what Solomon was portraying to us. Solomon said something really important ending off Ecclesiastes. And it's going to be in chapter 12, verse 6. He said, remember your creator before the silver cord is loose, or the golden bowl is broken, or the picture shattered at the foundation, or the wheel broken at the well. Then the dust will return to earth as it was, and the spirit will return to God who gave it. It says, for God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. So this is his communication statements, right? This statement is coming from someone who inquired everything. It's like wanting to learn basketball from LeBron James, or wanting to learn basketball from, God bless the dead, Kobe Bryant, or wanting to learn basketball from Michael Jordan. You go to the best of the best, right, to learn these skills. Solomon required abundance of wisdom. So why not want to know? If you want to know wisdom, you go to the Bible and you read Ecclesiastes, and you read the Psalms and Proverbs and the Song of Solomon. These books are coming from the best, which is Solomon, who inquired wisdom from God. And he's really given us encouragement, hope, and communication. He's sending signals to us, sending information, sending valuable information for us to live in this life. And he actually says, you know, live this life of fullness. You know, you're gonna work hard. That's what life is going to teach you, is hard work, right? So you're gonna work hard, but after you work hard, enjoy it. Life is short. Enjoy your hard work. Enjoy your toil in life. You know, it's not just about work and home. Enjoy your work. Spend time for yourself. Spend time with God. Make sure you're making right decisions. Make sure when you are listening to communication that you're decoding the communication and you're also encoding the communication, right? It also taught me to set yourself aside, like what he said in these chapters. He put, set yourself aside, right? Set time away for yourself. You're gonna have things in life that happen to you that is out of your control, but you need to always make sure you take time for yourself. Self-love is so important. Self-care is so important. And you don't need to be around a group of people to feel happy with yourself. You came into this world alone. This is the saying my mother would say. You came into this world alone and you will die alone. And that is a vital statement, because you have to learn how to be with yourself. Because again, you have to be set aside. You have to be set aside. So, and Solomon said, like, he was around hundreds and hundreds of people every day, and he would take time out for himself. And he said he wish he would have done that more, took time out for himself, and to be happy. Be happy in life. Learn what makes you happy. Learn what keeps you moving. Like gas keeps a car moving. Learn your gas. Learn your gas. Okay? And continue to keep your engine moving. All right. So another thing that he said, he said, fear God and keep his commandments. He said, gain wisdom, which we know is knowledge, understanding, and good judgment. And it says labor. You're going to go through physical and mental work. He said there's a lot of vanity in this world. He said a lot of emptiness. He said to worry about the things that are free, given from God, right? The wind, the sun, your eyes, your ears, your legs, herbs, grass, love. These things are free. Love is free. You can love yourself. You can love yourself. You have to love yourself before you can love others. So these things are free, and you have to take advantage of it. Wisdom is free. Understanding is free. Communication is free, but listening takes a lot of work, okay? Not only is communication free, but listening takes a lot of work. It requires you to decode the information that you're receiving and encode the information that you're receiving. Also, it says, we must return to the Creator in chapter 12, verse 1. It says, remember now your Creator in the days of your youth, before the difficult days come and the years draw near when you say, I have no pleasure in them. And woo! As you read this as an adult, you say to yourself, I could have read this a couple years ago, This I have proved by wisdom. I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. And that was his way of communicating that we will be tested. We will be tested often. And he said he had proven a lot of things by wisdom, right? And that he will be wise, and yet he was put into vulnerable situations where he wasn't wise. The communication that he's sending to us is that we are going to be tested in life. However, it's how we react to every situation. In verse 19, it says, wisdom strengthens the wise more than 10 rulers of the city. For there is not a just man on earth who does good and does not sin. And we can definitely all relate to that statement where things have been sent to us and we had in our mind that we would know how to deal with it. We would know what to do. We'll know how to react. And then when the situation occurs, we're like completely different. We're acting completely different, and we're not keeping our wisdom with us. The test of your wisdom will be your communication. Your communication will tell a lot about you. The test of your wisdom will reflect in your communication. And communication is really a process. The process of taking in what is being said to you, listening to understand, knowing knowledge, knowing the discernment through decoding, and then encoding, processing, and accepting what has been said to you. With all those things being said, wisdom is the heart of communication, and wisdom is knowledge, understanding, and good judgment. So when you communicate, make sure you bring your wisdom with you. Make sure you bring your knowledge, your understanding, and good judgment, and to listen, to really and truly try to understand what the person who's communicating with you is trying to convey. Listen with an open heart, listen with an open mind, be patient, and use your wisdom to answer, and all will be well. Listen, you guys, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for coming again. If you love this video, if you like this video, if you learned anything from this video, make sure you smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe with notifications so you can look out for the next videos to come. As always, whatever you do today, do it with